guys, it's 8 a.m. Today is July 4th. So past few days I'm busy and I'm going to be busy going forward also. I'm rebuilding my deck and then a lot of measurements and all those stuff, I have to design it. But anyway, so I'll be busy, so that's why I'm getting delayed in the preparing the end of the video. So this is the video for June 30th, which was, I guess it was Thursday. So I'm not going to talk about mbox wave because I don't have time. So these two videos will not cover about mbox wave, but it's pure contextual expected price action. Okay, so here on June 30th, right? So in the morning when I was writing a note, so there was a note here from carried forward from 629, Wednesday closing remark. Yeah? So here it says, based on the way the price action played out today, as I expected early morning today, this is just 629. I'm thinking that down may come tomorrow, which is today, right? I'm preparing the video for June 30th, so which is today. So at least you need to see the price holding it below, today's closing, right? So if overnight or RTH, if price is staying below June 29th closing, then we have to assume sellers are still there, they have a control, and we should stick with shorts ideally, right? So that's the idea, bigger idea, right? So now we have to go in a day trading price action. So before that, this was the month end, right? Month ends player will be active, so that means price can bounce from nowhere, and it will not give you a notice, any advance notice that I am going to bounce, because it will not give you any warning sign, because of some month end players, and they can chip in, at any point if they are there today, let's say, because considering long weekend coming and all these things, they might not be there, but some of them could be there, and you will see price bouncing also, both ways, even though sellers are in control, but you will see both ways price action, and then it's up to us to whether to stick with shorts and let go longs, it's up to you completely, but we have to be ready where, with the information of where it could bounce, on the way down, what are the pain points, for sellers and to take out and buyers to buy, something like that. And we had the idea also, we discussed this in pre-market note also. So okay, so I will talk to you about hold on. So overall sellers are in full control, holding below yesterday's close. See, now I don't remember all these things, right, because it's been like 4 days now. So but 15 minutes give you enough evidence, right? And then these are the big ranges I gave you, high level, right? Overall, I said whatever I wrote in the chart, notes are in the charts, right? So let's go with the chart notes now, right? So let me open that also. So these are the chart notes, right? So now remember 25, right? And this area 86 is the key, right? So I carried forward this note from yesterday here, right? Since price went below it, expectation is to hold it below it. Simple. See, red line, red writing here, right? Hold it below. That's the expectation, right? That means sellers will do their best to keep it below. This was a max potential, right? And what we talked in pre-market is, if price comes straight here or here, it may bounce, right? So that's the idea, right? Remember I said any point it can bounce, but we need to have some good idea, right? So here I said, if in RTH, if it comes down straight, it will bounce, and then it depends on real-time information at that point, how far it can go, because we have to consider monthly layers too, right? So it can bounce higher too, or it can bounce up to this area and go down, but we have to see. So that could be the long setup too, if you see something here. Otherwise you ignore and you stick with shorts, right? And then you short at any weakness on the way up. If you see some weakness in buying, you short, simple, at the good resistance, right? So those are the notes, correct? And pretty much price stayed within this territory, right? That was the expectation. Now let's talk about NQ also. So this is NQ, right? So NQ, you can see it, 450 was a max potential 2 from yesterday, right? And this was a 1, and on June 29th, and both got achieved in the overnight itself, right? So now NQ was telling you it doesn't have that much potential based on this writing, right? But still I put this, as additional because of this overnight move. If it continues to go down further, it can maybe fall somewhere here, in this area, right, which is 371, 304, right? But this 446 was a number 2, right? So it can stay here, ping pong, and then go higher and then come down, so then somebody wants to short here, at least they can get some reward, right? So but remember this area, right? Buyers will become all these things, right? And now let me go back to the chart. Okay, so now also some notes, Discord notes, right? So this was, I wrote it at 6 o'clock in the morning when I woke up, right? So here it says see 6:43, right? So this was the summary from yesterday's 6:29 closing remark. And then here I said only issue today is down move, damn thing happened in the overnight, right? So I was expecting this move, but then it moved so fast in the overnight that our reward potential from the downside is almost gone. So that's where the 50-50 idea comes into the play. It may not go down, it may go down, but not a lot, So that means it will go high a little bit more, So see, two reasoning to reach the maximum. See, the same thing which I discussed, I put it also here, right? And then these are the targets, if you choose to go down further. Okay, so I want to give you the story, right, before we jump into the chart. And now we can go into the chart, right? So now we know the story here. These are the notes, right? It can bounce from this area, either this or this, right? And then NQ, right, 446, this was the area, somewhere around here, because now this is, the lines are shifted because of July 1st, right? So these are the July 1st lines, so you won't see the same line here, right? So you have to just memorize it, whatever I showed you earlier in the chart, right? So basically the area was this, somewhere, this, that it can go and then it can bounce, right? So now let's talk about of the open, right? So gap down open, which is right around here at the key area, right? 50% short. Remember, I also discuss in Discord these things. If someone wants to short it, they can try, it's a 50% short here. For the longs, we are not gonna take it, so only 50% we can take it from the seller side, right? And so that way we can short if you want to short, or you have to wait. Once price slice through this, you can short right here, because it's a morning move, right? It's not get exhausted yet. Okay? So here also you can see it is sliced through it. See this area, correct? This balance. So here also you can short right here, right? And then you can just, but the problem is sorting at the lower end, going with the flow here, your reward is questionable, so you have to manage it properly. Pause any bouncing kind of activities, you have to bail out, right? But most likely after breaking this, it's gonna hit that 46, 45 area or somewhere here, right? So when it price comes close to it, you have to manage it, to watch it. When you see this, right, you bail out here. Same thing, the moment you bail out this, you do the same thing here in NQ, right? This yellow line is exchange area, correct? Exchange areas are magnet, so from here it may go towards the magnet, simple, or dream number, right? Naked dream numbers. So somewhere around here you have to bail out, and then you call it a day off, right? Or you can still hold it, let's say, that's it, right? You're still watching it, but then expectation is bounce may come, right? And if the bounce may come, and if there is a legit bounce with buyers in it, then it's gonna go through these areas again. And if that is the case, you stop trading, because at that point both practice will be active, and then you are allowed to technically trade both ways. But why bother? You already locked in the profit, call it a day off, So here, see, price sliced through. See here, it responded to this VWAP again, but it's a second test, right? So you let it go, then it sliced through it. At this point, see, if I was trading here, right? Let's say if I was trading, right? Since I was busy with my deck, I would have gone long right here, right here I would have gone long. Why? Because now it has a balance here. It failed to test, it couldn't hold it below. Idea was buyers may come in, this could be the point now, right? You can go long right here, right at 11, see here, which is right here, see. But yes, you can go long because you have a target here, right? See, NQ, it is tough to go long here. Why? Because you have two blue lines. Blue lines are powerful, and you can see it here. See that it rejects it. Here also you got some rejection, right? So sometimes it's deadly. So you can't go long in NQ here. You have to wait for both the blue lines to be get clear. Now you can go long here at this line, right here, little bit late, and then you can target the top, something like that. Or you can wait for price to take out all this thing, right? At that point, NQ may go towards this red line, this exchange area top, since it's already moving, right? Or it can go up to this point, right? And it did actually, look, see, right at this top, right above this shifting line, like decision area, right? Now this was also decision area at 11:43, somewhere around here. I put it a note in Discord also, somewhere around here actually, 11 or 13 somewhere. That this is the decision area, or somewhere here. That morning sellers stepped in here. They were trapped. So this is the decision area, and then price went through it. So you can get a long here also, right here. See that this was a key area, correct? 1, 2, 3, multiple tests and broke through it. At least somebody will just flip it here, targeting this or this or this, right? So 38.01 to 15 was the max area potential. See here, sellers will take control right at this line, got rejection. See that? So if you are trading in the afternoon, right, this was your trade somewhere around here, shorting back to this somewhere. NQ, same thing, you short right here, target this blue line, and you are done. See, so those were the trades on June 30th. Okay, now next video I'm going to prepare for July 1st. Okay, and that be all for today.